Hello and welcome everyone to Women's Speakers Association WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of WSA TV, and each week we are here with you bringing you dynamic speakers and women who are leaders, women of influence and impact, making and inspiring global inspiration. We have a free associate membership for you available at joinwsa.com. Again, my name is Laura, and I am the author of Social Media Myths Busted, the Small Business Guide to Online Revenue. And you can find me at transformtoday.com as well as in San Diego, California today. And we have a dynamic group of experts to share with you. And our first expert up who I want to say hi to is Annalise. Hi, Annalise.
Hi, Laura. My name's Annalise Jennings. My website is dynamicexchange.com.au. I'm an author in progress, so look out for my book, 5 Round Tables. I'm a community and business strategist, and I really love to enable positive social change in Indigenous communities.
And where are you?
Love the women. Oh, I'm in Melbourne. So it's very, very early in the morning here. And I love the Women's Speakers Association because it gives us a sense of community and enables us as women to have a voice, to be heard, and to listen to great stories and insights.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here, Annalise. We're going to go over to say hi to Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline.
Hello, Laura. I'm Jacqueline Kovacs. I'm an advocate and public speaker for mental illness. I'm calling you from the Sunshine, Florida. I love the Women's Speakers Association because it's an opportunity to join many women who are like-minded, and you have the ability to network and grow.
Wow.
Back to you, Laura.
Thanks, Jacqueline. And Jena, let's say hi to Jena. You might be on mute.
I'm sorry. I'm Jena Ball, and I'm the author and illustrator of the Critican book series. You can find me at critican.com. And I am coming to you from North Carolina. And my latest book is The Not Perfect Hat Club. Ask me about that later. And I just love the Women's Speakers Association because it embodies what I want to teach kids, which is we're all better when we work together.
We are. That's great. Collaboration is key. And let's go say hi to Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Laura. This is Anna Weber, and I am the founder of Successfully Published, and I am an author, a speaker, and a literary strategist, and I'm located in sunny Arizona. And I love Women's Speakers Association. The connections, the community, the possibilities, the education. At the end of the day, I just kind of think, what is there not to like?
We have so many great opportunities, it's for sure. And speaking of great opportunities, we have another guest to say hello to. Hi, Diana.
Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies. Hello, Laura. I'm Diana Elizabeth Jordan. I am calling in from beautiful Los Angeles. I'm an actress, inspirational storyteller, speaker, and expressive arts facilitator. You can find me at 2 websites, DianaElizabethJordan.com and RainbowButterflyCafe.com. What I love about the Women's Speaker Association is just the opportunity that I'm finding just to network and meet wonderful women like the other guests that are here today. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how I can grow and learn by being a member of this wonderful organization.
Thank you, Diana. I have to agree. And here on WSA TV, not only do we create incredible episodes that are inspiring change and talk about the wonderful work you all do, but you all get to meet each other and get to know each other. So great networking happens right here after the show and before the show. So with that, I want to find out more about your passions. What lights you up? What is the impact you're dedicated to making with your work? And let's go over to Annalise. Hi, Annalise. And you're on mute.
Thank you. Laura, my passion is to empower Indigenous communities. I've been working with communities for many years now, looking at how I enable economic opportunity, positive social change and spiritual growth. But in that, I work specifically with Indigenous women, and the cornerstone program that I run is Women of Worth, and it's had a staggering contribution of something like 80% reduction in domestic violence. So the results have been really, truly significant, sustained over quite a long period of time.
Wow, that's incredible and important work. How did you get into that, or how does that work?
Uh, it was by accident, although nothing's really by chance. I was a senior manager in corporate for 25 years and decided to take a much needed break to a beautiful region of Australia called Cape York. And through that 4-day break, I met some Indigenous elders who got really interested in my conversation about community ownership and self-determination, which is something that I've always been really very, very passionate about. And so a 4-day break became 3 months, and 3 months became 12 months. And I ended up resigning from my corporate position and have been working with Aboriginal communities ever since.
Wow, and obviously doing incredible needed work with them. So thank you for your great work. Really appreciate that. And it's so inspiring, you think about leaving corporate and going to work with the Native peoples. That's amazing. Thank you for that. And I'd like to jump over to Jacqueline and find out more about what your impact you're dedicated to making in the world.
Well, hi, Laura. Annalise, I think that your experience is great, and we appreciate all the work. I got involved into the private and public mental sector with different companies. I started because I wanted to destigmatize mental illness by separating the person from the illness. And it was something that there was a big need and we didn't see it. And we only find out when there's tragic that happens. And I decided to get involved because it was very close to my family. So I decided that everybody, we need to speak up and change one mind at a time.
Love it. How and so you got into this how? Or do you have an example?
Well, yes. My story is simple. I was diagnosed with bipolar, with manic depression for many years. I was very functional in corporate America. And I didn't want to accept it because as an authoritarian person in corporate America, you don't want your decisions questioned. So I hid it in my depressions, I hid it. But when my son at the age of 19 became schizophrenic and paranoid, I couldn't hide it no more because even though I didn't love myself enough to have faced it and talk about it, but I did love my son enough to help him. And so I made the decision that it's no longer something to be ashamed of, but we need to embrace it and become better about it and educate people because people fear what they don't understand. And that's my story. That's how I branched out into mental illness, and I'm having a blast. I had a fun time with a judge last night and asked me to sit with him as he goes through his court days. And I think it's a great opportunity that we all work together to change one mind, change a mind at a time.
I love that. Thank you for the courageous work you're doing as well.
Thank you.
Jena, let's talk about what lights you up and what impact you're dedicated to making in the world.
Wow. Well, I just so impressed by Jacqueline because I work with kids and I'm passionate about empowering children to discover, explore, and share what makes them unique. And that's not the way our current education system works. It's all about testing and kind of manufacturing kids so they all come out at the end of the assembly line the same, right? But what we're discovering is A, that doesn't work so well, and B, we miss out on wonderful people, whether they have issues or not. And so I work all around the world at this point with elementary school children and teachers to help them understand how to teach social and emotional skills along with traditional academics like reading, writing, math, so that kids come together and learn as a whole as opposed to just the academic mental side.
So you mentioned something about the Perfect Hat Club. Is there a story there?
Oh my gosh. Yes, so I've been doing this for about 5 years when I kept hearing a refrain again and again from the kids. And I finally said, what do you think not perfect means? And I have a list now of over 100 adjectives, which include bad, stupid, messed up, dumb, ugly, dirty, bad. And I was just shocked. I said, but nobody's perfect. They understand it here, but they feel that they should be perfect. And the whole mission of this book is about a golden retriever who's a failed show dog. He's never going to be perfect. Is that nobody is perfect, but everybody has something that they're really good at to share with the world. And your little piece of the puzzle is needed because otherwise the puzzle is incomplete. So that's the message. And the kids love it, and I love it, and I couldn't be happier.
Thank you for bringing your message to the world and impacting children. I love that. And let's jump over to Anna. Hi, Anna. Tell us about what impact you're dedicated to making in the world with your work and what you're passionate about.
Well, I was a life and business strategy coach, and in that process, I found amazing women like Annalise and Jacqueline and Jena. And what I found was that the stories that they had to tell, the messages that they needed to impart out there were a place in life that I could have impact by helping them put their voices in print, essentially. So my career took a major shift, and I started working with entrepreneurs, savvy professional women, each of them that had a really big message to share in life, but they didn't have a clue about where to start. They were overwhelmed about the process. And so I created a program called the Author's Critical Path. And basically what it does is it shows them every step that they would take in the process of writing a book, publishing it, and then ultimately having it marketed. And so what we do is we help them understand the writer's journey and make all the best publishing decisions, and then have a plan and a process that keeps their book alive forever and takes that one big message that each of these women would have to share. It takes that one big message and puts it out into a huge world. So I, as one person, can have this much impact, and by helping them put their voices in print and just make amazing, wonderful things happen in the world.
So do you have a quick story about someone you helped do that?
Oh, yes. I had an amazing client that she had 30 years in her profession as a therapist. And she unfortunately came up against a client that created some really big negative aspects in a 30-year career. And she's like, what do I do from here? How can I take what I have and continue to exist in the world? So we created a book for her. And so she shifted from a position as a psychologist, and she's now this amazing author, speaker. So where she used to work with people one-on-one, she now is touching the hearts across the world. And her book is being able to do that and putting her voice in print in a bigger way. It's just that's one that really touches my heart.
Wow. Thank you for bringing people's words to print and getting them out there bigger. And let's jump over to Diana. Tell us about your passion and what lights you up in the world.
One of my biggest passions is empowering youth, especially youth with disabilities. I have cerebral palsy, which mildly affects my speech and gait. And so what I want to do is empower youth to dream their possible dreams. So I formed a program which I produced through the Rainbow Butterfly Cafe, my entertainment production company, called Dare to Dream Your Possible Dream. And I've taken the word Dare to Dream and I made an acronym about it, and I call it the 11 Tools to Dreaming Your Possible Dream. I have a workshop that I do for kids, teaching them the tools and using the powers of performing arts as a tool to help them realize what the tools are. So one of my passions is just empowering youth to dream their possible dreams, and I do that through my workshop, Dare to Dream Your Possible Dream.
I love that. And tell me how you came up with this workshop and what inspired you to do that.
You know, I people said I started speaking about growing up with cerebral palsy when I was in high school. So I've been doing it on and off. And then a few years ago, people would always say, "You inspire me," and I would hear this a lot. And it just came to me. I was looking at some of the things I've done, like define your own success, and I started writing down words, and then when I put them together, it became this acronym, Dare to Dream, and that's what really empowered me and inspired me to be a role model. I didn't have a role model with a disability growing up as much, but I want to be that role model for other people. And I also want to say I'm so excited by what everybody is doing on the panel today.
I agree with you, Diana. And here's what I hear from you and from all of our guests today, from Annalise and Jacqueline and Jena and Anna and Diana, is courage.
Mm-hmm.
You stepped into something very powerful and were courageous, and now are living your passions and helping other people, make an impact as well and transforming the world. So, there's an incredible amount of wisdom here. And what I'd like to do is go around and have each of you give a piece of wisdom, a piece of advice that could help our viewers make a bigger impact and or shift something in their life. So let's go. We'll start with you, Annalise. What is your advice?
Thank you. I'd like to say firstly that I'm really struck by the humbleness of the women on the panel today, and the quality of the stories has really taken my breath away, so thank you. What I would like to say is that each of us as women have the power to shift humanity in a powerful way. And for us to be able to really explore those age-old questions, who am I? What do I stand for? And what's my purpose? I believe that's the cornerstone to true transformative power. So thank you.
That clarity is powerful, so thank you. Jacqueline, share us your wisdom. And you may be on mute.
Wow, this is incredible. These women, Diana, you're awesome. And Anna, can you get me past my table of contents? Because I can't get through that. But I have one thing to say, and I'm going to try to say it as calm as I can. This is what I'm so passionate about, and I wish every person will take with them. That if we are able to work together and separate the person from the illness, we will have a better community. And we all will be contributing to the well-being of every woman and every man and every child. Thank you.
And there won't be a stigma around it, and people will feel more accepted, and it's just going to raise the energy. I thank you for that, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Jena, tell us your wisdom and give us some advice.
Not a dry eye in the house. I have to go next. If I had one thing I would tell everyone, it's that life is an ongoing process, iterative process of learning, and that there's no one right way and there's no one right time frame to do anything. And what you need to do is find and celebrate who you are, because you are a gift to the world. And don't let anybody tell you anything differently.
Amen. That's great. All right. So Anna, follow that with one great piece of advice to help people bring their word out.
Wow. I am just unbelievably touched by what I'm hearing here. And it's exactly what makes me do what I do. Listening to Jacqueline, I just spent a week with a woman that her book has been 13 years in the making. She's suffering from traumatic stress, or not, traumatic brain injury. She had 25% of her brain removed. And for her to wait that long, I guess one of the things I would like to impart, that there's no better time than right now to write a book. And what, Annalise is talking about, and Jacqueline and Jena and Diana, those things are just so integral to what I see ultimately to be our purpose and place in life. And the counsel that I would give that goes along with that, Jacqueline said, help me get through the outline. And it's an amazing, purposeful thing for me in my life that I can take you through all of those blocks that prevent you from writing a book, so that you can know that, yes, now is the time to write. It's the perfect time for this book to be born, and I don't have to go it alone. There's someone out there who can help me through that journey. And so I guess that probably, don't think you have to do it alone. Don't think you have to put it off. Find the person to hold your hand and walk you through it, because now is the time for your message to be heard.
Awesome. Let's get it out there, get it big. And Diane, I know you've done that and you're doing that. What advice do you have for people to make a bigger impact?
I did. First of all, again, I just want to say to all of you lovely ladies, I don't know why I was supposed to join the Women's Speakers Association. It's because of you guys and how you are inspiring me today. I'd like to share these two things. One, don't step outside your comfort zone, expand it. Once you try something, you know you can do it. Nobody wants to live in discomfort. So don't see it as stepping outside your comfort zone, seeing it as expanding what you're able to do. Each time you take a new step, you've expanded your comfort zone. The other thing is, the only way to guarantee something won't work is to never try.
Indeed. So try.
Just try. You never know. But the only way to guarantee it won't work is to not try.
That's right. Awesome. Well, I just want to weave together what you all just said, because it's so powerful, starting with getting clarity with Annalise and being okay with who you are, Jacqueline. In fact, not only being okay or being willing to step out and love yourself a little more. Jenna says, you are a diamond, you are precious. And then Anna's like, well, let's get the word out. And then Diana is, yeah, and expand that comfort zone, because then it's not about stepping out of it. It just becomes who you are. So the wisdom here, hands up, you were like fabulous. Big round of applause for everybody. So thank you for being here, and I'm going to share with everyone your URLs again, your websites, so that if you want to be in touch with anybody you've heard on this program today, please be in touch with them. You can find their information in the notes today, on the blog, and in the YouTube area, as well as right here on the screen. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We will be back for another episode of WSA TV very shortly. And go to joinwsa.com if you've been inspired and you want to have a camaraderie and a team as powerful as this, and we can help you get your word out. Again, it's joinwsa.com, and look for our past episodes at wsatv.com as well. Bye.
Bye.